Dear Joe Rogan, quit your fucking bitching. You've got the resources to do something about many of your standard and common complaints, so do something. Throw some money at it. I saw a video of you bragging about how much you made on Fear Factor every year. Over 2 million, I believe. Looked like the video was kind of secretly recorded, so it's kind of shitty, but it was you. You were bragging. And why not? I get it. It was, top 10 show for 4 years? If I remember correctly from the video. Or top 10 in the ratings, whatever. And I'm pretty sure the Joe Rogan Experience brings in many millions a year. So why don't you set aside even 1 million for all these pet peeves? And find people who can do the research. That's undeniable. In my case, I'd suggest finding a couple of guys to tear apart dark matter and dark energy. In your case, vaccines, whatever, I don't give a shit. You've got the funds and the resources to basically create a database of factual information which can be shared with everybody via the internet, but also through articles and through open source. So like I said in yesterday's podcast, I heard some people. Hell, half of them will probably work for you for free. I put out so much true information that everyone knows what's bullshit. And have these people who compile this information for you get online, present the information, present the facts. Or just bitch about it to every person that comes onto your podcast. I'm a little confused, Joe. You paid Comedy Store staff to come live in Austin for over a year, maybe 2 years. You paid them to do nothing so that they'd be there for your club. So how much fucking money was that? So why don't you just do the same thing for all your other pet projects? Instead of paying people to do nothing, you could do this. You could pay people to gather information. But all this information into AI. I think you have a buddy who has a program called Grok who may be able to help you. So put everything into Grok. Tell Elon to analyze the shit out of it. And get your answers. Why are you and Jamie using the regular version of Grok? Elon should have supplied you with super grok. But whatever. Dear Grace, before I go back to ragging on Joe Rogan, which I'm going to in a second, I'll read a few news stories, see if anything pops out. All I will say, I think Joe has an unusual friendship with his friends, because all of them know that every time they go on his podcast, it's a huge boost for their career. Which also means they probably don't want to criticize Joe about anything. Which is too bad. Because a true friendship would allow them to say exactly what they think. I'm not friends with Joe, but I'll tell you what I think, Joe. I think you should get off your fucking ass. I think you should get off your fucking high horse. Stop bitching. Start doing. You've got the fucking money. So for any of these issues that you feel the need to continue to repeat over and over and over again, fucking do something about it. End the fucking war on drugs. You got the power to put a fucking president in office? I think you have the power to fucking end the war on drugs. Find out what it's going to take, how many people have to email or send a letter to whoever. You got 350 million people out there in the US. Maybe get 100 million to send an email to the president saying, release the fucking JFK files, you fucking cunt. And maybe he'll do it. And if he doesn't, then get him back on the fucking podcast. Fucking trains. Then get Donald back on the fucking podcast and say, hey, you got 100 fucking emails saying release the JFK files. Why the fuck didn't you do it, cunt? If a third of the fucking population wants to know, shouldn't they fucking know? Doesn't that information belong to the American people? Who owns the fucking country? The American people? The CIA? The president? Who? I'd say the American fucking people. It's too bad you're all pussies. You have all those fucking guns, but you won't fucking use them. A bunch of fucking bullshit. You're all a bunch of fucking pussies. You allow the fucking politicians to push you around. Big Americans with guns. Protect your house, but you won't protect your fucking neighbor's house. Royal pardon frees Thai woman serving a 43-year prison term for defaming the monarchy. A woman in Thailand sentenced to a prison term of more than 4 decades on a charge of royal defamation has been released on a royal pardon after serving just under 1/5 of her term. There you go, Americans. You got fucking free speech. Use it. Lazy cunts. And the fact that Thailand still has a fucking royalty. Tells me what's wrong with this fucking world. God damn, Grace. Fucking brought that baby out again. Every time I'm in a good fucking rant, ready to fucking destroy this fucking world, they have to show me a cute fucking baby. He looks just like his fucking dad. Missouri prisoner sentences 12 years for poisoning husband On June 25th, Amy Murray, a 46-year-old former prison nurse in Miller County, received a 12-year sentence after she entered an Alford plea, a guilty plea in which the defendant maintains innocence. Okay. Around charges relating to poisoning her husband, Joshua, and setting fire to their home. I wonder where a prison nurse got that idea. And by the way, the news sucks today. Grok fucking sucked. If I get 10 stories, we'll be fucking lucky. Just fucking high-pitched squealing in the background now, Grace. A dinosaur-like invasive alligator snapping turtle spotted under a dock at Washington Beach was safely removed by a lifeguard supervisor, officials said. I guess it took the supervisor to do it. Regular lifeguard couldn't remove a dinosaur-like turtle. August 20th. What happened on August 27th on this day? 479 BC Battle of Macau, 1883 Karaka eruption, killing 36,000. 1928 Kellogg Braid Pact, I don't know what the fuck that is. 1979 Lord Mountbatten's death by IRA, some poor lord died. 2008 Barack Obama's nomination. Birthdays includes George Hegel, Lyndon B. Johnson, P.B. Herman. Deaths include Titan, Gracie Allen, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Fun fact, 1896 Shores War, Britain versus Zanzibar. Nobody gives a fuck. Belgrade, a woman arrested for harboring undocumented aliens. Notable birthdays for August 27th. Tom Ford, Yolanda Adams, Aaron Paul, Alexa Vega, and Kim Petras. I guess it's only notable if you're an actor. Don't get me wrong. Aaron Paul deserves all the credit in the world. Probably get arrested for looking at babies, Grace. Can't help but stare. Israeli strikes hits a Gaza hospital, resulting in 20 deaths, including 5 journalists. Read that yesterday. U.S. President Trump expressed willingness to meet Kim Jong-un. Of course he does. All he wants is a fucking photo op. Vietnam has started mass evacuations and closed airports as Typhoon Kajiki approaches. Philippine president fired the police chief involved in controversial arrests. I think all the arrests in Philippines with regards to drugs has been controversial. It's a bunch of bullshit. Australia accused Iran of directing 2 anti-Semitic attacks in Sydney and Melbourne. Again, if Iran or any other country actually wanted to fucking do something, they could do it. There's no security in the world that can stop it. The fact is, they don't actually want to do it. Everyone just wants to fucking be... A series of mysterious radio signals has been detected emanating from a distant galaxy, puzzling astronomers, whatever, and sparking new theories about their origins, summering according to a new study published this fucking week. Vancouver's island to undergo major redevelopment to combat rising sea levels. Really? How fucking much are they rising? Here's a question, Grok. Since all the world's oceans are connected, how much more water would have to be added to the world's oceans to increase the level by 1 inch? Quite frankly, Grace, only 1 inch will make a fucking difference. Take that money and use it somewhere else. Man in Japan arrested for selling modified cicadas as flying drones. Good. Idiots bought them. Good for him. Their wildfire season among the worst in decades. Trees will grow again. Toronto Zoo welcomes birth of endangered Amur tiger cubs. Good. Let them go. Ibuprofen and acetaminophen may be accelerating antibiotic resistance. Oh, maybe. Well, we better promote that. Guys, fucking dark matter. If you don't fucking know, don't fucking say it. Bunch of fucking idiots. New alts. Bunch of repeated stories. Grok kind of sucked today again. My plan today, Grace, is to listen to the Joe Rogan Experience and rip it apart from top to bottom. Fortunately for him and unfortunately for me, the episode's all about a pool player. It's boring as fuck and I'm not going to listen to it. Because I skipped through and the entire thing's all about fucking pool and I don't give a shit about fucking pool. I give a fuck is about saying the word fuck. It feels fucking good. still going through news stories, but I can't find one. Homeowner takes back her property while squatters are on vacation. Now risks prison time. A French homeowner who seized the opportunity to take back her property from squatters who hadn't paid rent in several months risks going to prison for 7 years and a $100,000 fine. After reclaiming her property from squatters while changing locks and selling their belongings while they were on vacation. Scientists at Princeton and Simons Foundation have identified 4 biologically distinct subtypes of autism, including data from over 5,000 children in a powerful new computational method. Yeah, what's the fucking data? Yeah, is that fucking accurate? Them running on every fucking person in the fucking world. Illinois lottery player's second choice ticket wins $200,000. Researchers develop a crystal that inhales and exhales oxygen like lungs. Researchers develop a crystal that inhales and exhales oxygen like lungs. It stays stable under real-world conditions and can be used many times, making it ideal for energy and electronic applications. This innovation could reshape technologies. I don't get it. So it can inhale and exhale oxygen, so what the fuck's it doing? Just moving it? What's the point? Can a fan do that? Ooh, hurricane science has come leaps and bounds since Katrina. The progress is now at risk. A woman goes into depression after being seen sleeping naked by window cleaners. A woman in Chengdu, China, developed depression and anxiety after being unexpectedly seen naked by window cleaners while sleeping. Oh my god. A large-scale review finds that acetaminophen use during pregnancy may increase the risk of autism and ADHD in children. Unfortunately, I don't trust any science review or study or any fucking thing. Artificial light has essentially lengthened birds' day. A new study finds that light pollution makes birds' days longer. Not really sure birds care. Male-born German extremist officially changed his gender to serve time in women's prison. A German right-wing extremist, formerly Sven Liebeck, legally changed his gender to female under new laws to serve 18-month sentence in a women's prison for incitement to hatred. So he didn't cut off his dick, but he gets to go into the female prison? Seems that way, Grace. Researchers analyzing 33 studies found strong evidence that highly sensitive people are more prone to depression and anxiety, but also more likely to benefit from therapy. If they're highly sensitive, they probably already fucking know why they're highly sensitive. If they don't, someone who is highly sensitive should tell them why they're highly sensitive. Pretty simple, Grace. Just need fucking rocket scientists. Rocket science. Fucking pissed off. Tons of overripe tomatoes become projectiles in Spain's Tomato-Tina food fight. Kelp forests bounce back from marine heat waves when shielded inside marine protected areas. I think we're so fucking special we can fucking control the goddamn environment. New World screwworm found in U.S. human case. New World screwworm larvae, like the one pictured, will hatch and feed on the flesh of living animals, typically cattle. Cases in humans are rare but can be fatal. Watch out for the screwworm, Grace. Fucking screw you. Oh, here's another one. This golden worm fights poison with poison. To blunt the toxic arsenic in the waters where it lives, a deep sea worm combines it with another chemical to produce a less toxic compound. Premature menopause isn't just a hormonal issue, it's a deeply emotional one for many women. A new study reveals that almost 30% experience depression. It's not just about hormone loss, but also grief, identity, and support. I'm not sure if you heard any of those last ones, Grace. I was talking at the wrong end of the phone, but I don't give a fuck. Hey, Joe Rogan, why don't you do this? When people say, why don't you run for president? Don't be so humble and like, no, I wouldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Why don't you do this? Why don't you fucking run, but just don't fucking do anything? Put your name on the ballot. Don't do any campaigning, promoting. Don't accept any funds. Don't do a single fucking thing other than put your fucking name on the ballot. And see what it does. And if by some weird chance you get voted in as president, then you have the ability to go in there and see what the fucking president actually knows and does. And then you can tell that to the whole fucking world. Because clearly there's not a president out there that's willing to explain it. So why don't you do it, Joe? And if you lose, who gives a fuck? You don't have to do a thing. Just put your fucking name on the ballot, and then you can show them how it's done. Show them how a fucking comedian would run the world. If you win, look at it this way. You get free security for the rest of your life for you and your family. How much money will that save you? How much money do you spend a year on security for you and your family? Just go be president for 4 years, figure out all the fucking secrets, document everything, wear a fucking body cam 24/7, and let the whole fucking world know exactly why the U.S. is a superpower and how they got there. Right or wrong, if you care about the truth. You don't care about the actual opinion of the U.S. or what the U.S. looks like to the rest of the fucking world, then go inside the system and tell us why it's the best country in the world. You're the president. You will get access to all that CIA stuff. How many good things has the CIA done? How many bad things has the CIA done? And then tell me, do you still think it's worth the fucking money that's been spent over the last however many years it's been in place? Or don't. Just keep doing your podcast, just keep bitching and complaining every single fucking day with the same fucking thing and never make it change. With the power and money to create a website where people could sign up and protest all these things. But you don't do that. You put up the email address of a congressman who's a dick who needs to be put in place. You could ask all your millions and millions of supporters to email him or her, or Nancy Pelosi. So they seem to have a big problem with her. So do something about it. Prove it. Get people on there researching. For your request, all of our fucking details. 6 months time, you got yourself a story. 1 or 2 researchers could fucking dig deep in that. You got the money. Remember? Bragging, $2 million a year for Fear Factor? How many million a year are you making right now? More than enough money to keep your family safe and secure the rest of their life. So stop your fucking bitching and complaining and use some of it for the betterment of mankind. Or don't. Continue to bitch and complain for the next fucking year and see what good that does. Why don't you run all your episodes through ChatGPT? Grok. As I said before, get Elon to give you your own fucking grok. And hire people to research all these subjects that piss you off. And have Grok analyze a shit of everything. So that if there's a link from 20 years ago to something now that a human can't catch, maybe Grok will catch it. Again, this seems fucking pretty simple to me, Joe. You have all the resources, you have fucking Elon, you have money, just fucking do it. Because right now, although you're Mr. getting a cold tub every fucking day, that's great for you. Doesn't help the rest of the fucking world. So take Austin and make it the fucking premier place to live. And get rid of the homeless. House them all. Find out why they're homeless. Get them off the street. Get them doing something that they want to do. Get them back into society. Or, if you think they're all useless human beings, then you're wrong. Because in this society, everyone's one step away from homelessness. Maybe not you anymore, Joe, but everyone else who's working 9 to 5, especially in the US, is one medical bill away from homelessness. Idiots. Greatest country in the world, yet they can't see the fucking corruption. It's just so fucking obvious. Which you complain about, Joe, but again, you don't fucking do anything. You could hire 10 people to research that and start pulling out facts and putting it on a website and publishing and publishing and publishing, saying this is bullshit, this is wrong. But you don't. pay people to do nothing, but you won't pay people to do something? As kind as that was for those employees of your comedy club, I think you're missing the boat. And you should burn $1 million a year on these fucking pet projects and make some progress. And I'll bet, just none of your friends will tell you this, you've been bitching about some of the same things for 10 years. In that time you could have set up organizations to make a difference. You still can, but will you? Because it's not about the money, then what the fuck is it about? About you playing the Joe Rogan podcast character? Who's what, 80% Joe Rogan and 20% a character? Maybe one final point. Probably not. I'm bitchy today, so I'll probably go further. Joe, you seem to be confused about universal basic income. Universal basic income doesn't necessarily mean every single fucking person in the country gets it. It would mean people under a certain income level would get it to bring everyone up to a certain basic level. Yes, some people are going to use that and do drugs and probably kill themselves. But once they're dead, you don't have to worry about paying that anymore. Or you maybe understand that those people who are going to take that universal basic income and use it for drugs maybe have some mental health issues. So how about, along with the universal basic income, there's universal basic mental health treatment? And then maybe you can take the people off the street, help them with their mental health, and get them doing something they actually want to do. Because if the only thing they want to do in the world is drugs, then this isn't the world for them. So let them fucking go out on their own. Or change fucking society so that there's something they want to do in this world. Something that does excite them. Something that does make them want to be part of society. Otherwise, let them go. It's their choice. It's their right. There's already a welfare system in place. All you have to do is expand it for universal basic income. And you start with the people on welfare. You don't start with the fucking rich folks like you and give them $50,000 a year for no fucking reason. That would be idiotic. You start with the people in need. You bring them up to a level where they can fucking live like a normal human person. In a house, in an apartment, in shelter. Once you get everyone off the fucking street, and you look at everyone else already on welfare, and see how they're doing, and see if they're progressing, See if they're going to be contributing to society or just tearing it down to the rest of their fucking life. Because I'm pretty sure every person on this planet had a dream once, a goal once, a life once. For whatever reason, whether it's their fault or someone else's, it doesn't fucking matter. It was taken away. All they're asking for is a second chance. That's what universal basic income is. It's a break. It's a chance to rethink, regroup, get yourself back on track. Quite frankly, I think most people who have been homeless or near homeless, they got back on track, they're glad they donate back into that program to help others. Unlike the rich cunts at the top who don't give a fuck about the homeless. You like to say that was somebody's baby. Joe, do something about it. In the comedy capital of the world, do something. Show the rest of the fucking world what comedians can do to end homelessness. Be a man. Not for sitting in a fucking cold tub or a hot sauna. Be a man for standing up for others. And not just comedians, not just your friends. Stand up for fucking everyone. The podcast spread so much amazing, great information, Joe. And you've inspired many other podcasts to do the same. But I think you have an opportunity to prove that every single person on this planet is equal. And that titles don't mean a fucking thing. If we took every person's opinion, all 9 billion, we'd have a much better face it, Joe. Trump isn't going to tell the truth about the government or the presidency, and nobody will. Until you fucking get in there, or somebody who's actually willing to tell the truth gets in there. Imagine all the material you could get, Joe, 4 years of being president. You could have stand-up routines for a decade. But I know, you like your lifestyle, you're happy with it. I get it. You got all the money in the world. You get to do exactly what you want to do every single day, exactly how you want to. Sure, you bitch and complain about your cold plunge. That's your fucking choice. Oh, poor Joe Rogan. I have to sit in a $3,000 cold tub. Ooh, poor me. Go into my $5,000 sauna. Oh, it's so rough. Fuck you, Joe. Live in the street for a week. See how that is. Go spend a week on the streets with your Austin homeless people. How many cold plunges do they get? Fuck you. I'm not homeless, but I know what it fucking feels like. Well, lucky for you, Joe. Lucky for you, Joe. I feel like digging in a little deeper. I'm gonna let it go for today. By all means, it's your life. Do whatever the fuck you want. If you keep bitching and complaining and not doing anything on your show, I'm gonna keep bitching and complaining back to you. You have the means, I don't. You give me the millions, I'll do it myself. I don't need your fucking help. I'll hire people that can investigate every one of these issues and determine exact truth or not. Give me a room full of computers and investigators. I'll give you every fucking answer you want. I'm not trying to take anything away from you, Joe. You deserve everything you got. I just think you're waiting for the wrong time. You're saving your money for a reason that isn't going to happen. So spend a small percentage of it right now. Research this shit. Hire people to write books, articles, papers, whatever. Create a think tank. An actual think tank that actually thinks. Have Grok running 24/7 searching these things on the internet, finding every single piece of information possible, analyzing it, putting the story together piece by piece, something that no human can do. On a side note, the baby's mom just carried back some jalapeno peppers, and I never saw those in her garden. Saw tomatoes, cucumbers, onions. Who the fuck would eat an onion? Lots of other stuff, but I never saw those. But ultimately, Joe, you're on my shit list. You're gonna be on my shit list to get it off your fucking ass. Put your fucking money where their mouth is and do something other than repeat the same fucking story over, fucking again. I think that's what your friends would say too. But they're too fucking tied into you, their careers, their fucking lives, that they can't. They should, but they can't. I can. So fuck you, Joe.